Welcome to World Knowledge Channel. As we know about the situation of the US sending a series of planes to the Middle East, so what is the purpose? Let's find out through this video. The unsafe and unprofessional behavior of Russian forces is not what we would expect from a professional air force. Their frequent violations of agreed airspace deconfliction measures increase the risk of escalation or miscalculation. Together with our partners and allies, we are committed to improving security and stability in the region. CNN quoted the assessment of Commander of Central Command, CENTCO, General Michael Eric Kurilla as saying, put in a press release. According to Lieutenant General Alex Grinkwich, head of the U.S. Air Force Central Command, the F-22s dispatched to the Middle East belong to the 94th Fighter Squadron, headquartered at Langley Eustis Air Force Base in Virginia, previously deployed to Europe. This move comes as the U.S. continues to have encounters with Russian aircraft in the Middle East, especially in and around Syria. And according to a U.S. military report, in April, Russian pilots sought to air combat with U.S. aircraft in Syria. Previously, in April, General Kurilla told U.S. lawmakers that the number of flights considered aggressive from Russia had increased significantly. A spokesman for the U.S. Air Force Center also said there had been an increase in unprofessional behavior by Russian aircraft in recent weeks. For its part, Russia has not commented on this move from the U.S. side. So are the U.S. and Iran preparing for confrontation in the Middle East. According to U.S. officials, over the weekend, 3 U.S. soldiers were killed and more than 30 injured in a drone attack on a small U.S. outpost in Jordan. This is the first time a U.S. soldier has died from fire from an armed group in the Middle East since the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas conflict. U.S. President Joe Biden blamed Iran-backed groups and announced a response. An armed group in Iraq said it attacked U.S. positions along the Jordan-Syria border, while Iran denied any direct involvement in the attacks. And we also know that, according to Reuters news agency, on October 22, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that the U.S. does not want to see conflict spread, and the deployment of soldiers and weapons to the Middle East is to prevent it. This scenario, the Pentagon has dispatched air defense missile systems to the Middle East and placed many units on readiness for deployment. After a detailed discussion with President Joe Biden on the recent escalation by Iran and its proxies in the Middle East, I have directed a series of additional measures to strengthen the status quo. U.S. military readiness in the region, U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said in today's announcement. U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, announced on June 14 that Washington had deployed F-22 fighter jets to the Middle East this week due to concerns about the unsafe and unprofessional behavior of Russian aircraft. Army General Michael Kurilla, commander of CENTCOM, said that the Russian Air Force regularly violates previously agreed upon airspace deconfliction measures, which increases the risk of escalation or miscalculation. So thrilling. Together with our partners and allies, we are committed to improving security and stability in the region, General Kurilla emphasized. The U.S. has deployed F-22s from the 94th Fighter Squadron at Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, USA, to the Middle East. A press release from CENTCOM said the stealth jets will join existing U.S. and Allied air and ground forces in the region. The above move comes in the context of increased tensions between the U.S. and Russia over the past year, with anxious wait. Especially after Washington accused Moscow of increasing flights to cause tension in the region, especially in and around Syria. Through this video, we have also partly seen the reason why the U.S. sent a series of planes into the Middle East. Let's see what the situation is like in the following video. If you find the video useful, you share it with more people and subscribe to the channel. Like and have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for your interest in following. Hello and see you in the next video.